What is going on, everybody? Yo, guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. We are going to be talking La Liga Team of the Season tier list right now. That's what we're going to be doing. If you guys enjoy it, drop a thumbs up. All right, a day too late on this, but we're still going to get it out. You know the vibes. We're still going to make sure we get that tier list out for every team of the season. We have done tier lists on the Bundesliga and the Premier League Team of the Season. If you want to watch those, check it out. We might have done it on the community. I don't remember, but we're trying to do it on all the major leagues. So get involved, check those out. Let me know what you guys think. I have just played 36 matches of FIFA Foot Champions in 2 days. Monday and Tuesday, I played 36 matches. I am absolutely exhausted. And yeah, you know, I've had a great time. But overall, guys, I've used many of these cards, many. So we will rank these cards. We've got an S tier list, we've got an A, we've got a B, we've got a C, we've got a D. We're trying to keep S as exclusive as we can. Can't speak. So we're trying our best to do that. And yeah, so first of all, we've got Carrasco. He's an objective card this week. I'd probably put him in the B. I don't think he's anything more than that, but I do think he does offer quite a bit and a lot of positions, which makes him usable, right? Definitely usable. You've got Castellanos. I can't even say that name. I think he's probably in C. I think he is usable, but I think many people will probably end up using him as fodder. He's got 5-star weak foot. He does have some nice shooting stats. I don't want to spend too long on some of these players that I think, you know, maybe aren't as meta. David Garcia, he's going to go in D. All right. No one is using this card. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I've packed him 15 times this week. He keeps going in every SBC. He does have overall a nice card. 84 pace, 93 defending, 92 physical. I don't think he has the animations. I don't think, you know, a lot of times with some of these team of the seasons, we call people frauds because they have a silver base and they don't have any of the animations. Animations are so huge on FIFA. I don't know what his gold card is, but don't think he's anything more than D. Fakir is a tough one. I'd probably put Fakir in B. I feel like his price is a little bit disrespected. I feel like EA probably messed up with Fakir where they probably should have given him 5-star skills or 5-star weak foot. I feel like that for me was just a miss with EA and some of the potential they had with this Fakir card, and they really just didn't do the right thing, which was probably they should give him a 5-star skill or a 5-star weak foot. He had an insane card in last FIFA. I'm going to put Gabri Viega in C. 92 pace, 94 dribbling, 90 shooting, 91 passing, 88 physical, 76 defending. It's not a bad card, that's for sure. Not a bad card, but I think there's nothing too special about it. I don't think he's too unique. I'm also going to put Gaia probably also in the C tier. Decent card. I believe Gaia is also 4-4, which is nice to have. But I don't think he's probably anything too crazy. You could probably argue the stretch to B, potentially, if you wanted to. You could probably do that. Now, we're going to put Griezmann in S tier. Guys, Griezmann is 5-star, 4-star. I know he's not 5-5, so many of you might be like, yo, why is he S tier? For me, he's S tier because Griezmann has every single trait in FIFA. You know he always plays better than what his card stats say because of these traits. He's got great animations. He's got great attacking AI. And you know what? This card is very sneaky to use because he's also got 72 defending. 72 defending, which means you can use him as kind of like that get forward center mid. He's going to be able to offer you that, which not a lot of players can do in FIFA. So he's a very interesting card to be able to use in FIFA 23. Team of the season, easy. I'm going to put him in D tier. I think nobody's using him. Let's just be honest. I don't think anyone's using him. I think he had 3-star weak foot as well, which is going to hurt his card overall. Javi Galan, also super, super highly packed this week. I don't think I'm going to put Gaia down as well. I just don't think there's anything too unique about those left backs. I think they're very, very average. I don't think there's anything too special. I've packed Javi Galan and David Garcia more this week than anybody. All right, Lewandowski, guys. This is where it's very interesting. I did like Lewandowski. I think he's very, very challenging to use at times in bad gameplay, and I think he's a little stiff. I would, if we're trying to be purely, he's probably A tier. He's 750k. He's low A tier, high B tier. And the reason, you know, he's 5-star weak foot. He's got 4-star skills. He does have crazy shooting. You've got to use him in a very, very specific way. And I don't think he's as good as Kane. I think Kane is a very similar player, but I think Kane is just a bit more him than Lewandowski. I feel like there's a couple things missing with Lewandowski. He does have really good shooting. So maybe we're going to put him in A because I will say when you do shoot the ball with him, you do not miss. And that is a very rare thing to have with a card. All right, I'm going to put Balde in the B tier as well. I think Balde deserves to be there. I used him a lot this weekend. I think he's decent. I just think he's not the best with his positioning, and he is a bit weak. He was getting bodied a little bit, but he's still very good at B, and he's still very good for the price. Obviously, very affordable card. in this game is Balde, so I'm going to put him there. All right, guys, Llorente. This might surprise some of you. He's going in S tier. He's amazing. I used him in Foot Champs today. He's absolutely incredible. So much passion. That's the thing. Some cards in this game, you just cannot teach passion, and Llorente has so much passion. I know he doesn't have a 5-star weak foot. I know he doesn't have a 5-star skills, but he is absolutely incredible in game, so do not sleep on Llorente. Very, very good in this game. Going up in S tier with Griezmann. Next up, we have Marino. This might surprise some of you. Marino is going in A tier. He was a phenomenal CDM. 92 defending and 87 pace, 93 physical. When I had used him on Friday, he was amazing for the price. He's like 100K, can pass the ball, good on the ball, good defensively. This is a really good card. I like to factor in value as well a lot of the time when I'm ranking these players. Marino is really, really, really good for the price. Molina, 3-star, 3-star for me is probably going to put him in the B category. This card definitely had potential to be in the A category if he was 4-4, but I just feel like that's so vital to have at this point in the game with a fullback. So I'm going to put him in the B. I just feel like that's what's best for him. 95 pace, 89 defending, 89 physical. Still a really nice card. Still one of those fullbacks too that you could always swap into the midfield. It's really nice to have that versatility where, you know, the players do have high shooting, high passing, stuff like that. So that is really nice that Molina still has that. Pau Torres, also an objective card. I'd probably put him in the C tier. I think, you know, there's nothing too crazy about this card. Definitely, you know, has the same pace as Ramos on the base, but he doesn't have that crazy, like, pace split that Ramos has where he's going to catch up to everybody. But for an objective card, not bad. Definitely not D tier. I think he's a little bit better. I know you're looking at David Garcia, and you're like, well, David Garcia has better stats. Pau Torres, I believe, has better animations and better stock in-game. So that's why I put him there. All right, Pedri, guys, 5-star, 5-star. I'm going to put him in the A tier. I don't think Pedri is S tier. I would actually tell you that I think Llorente is better than Pedri. Pedri, though, with the 5-5, has the 92 passing and the 95 dribbling. He's 1.6 mil. I think he's one of the best players in this game, but I still think he's missing that physicality, that extra bit of, like, him factor. Llorente really had it in the midfield, and really, you know, I used Pedri as well to see if, you know, maybe he's a little bit better up top as like a cam center forward striker. Just didn't feel like he was like S tier in that position. S tier has got to only be a couple players for me, so I want to keep that tier pretty limited. But Pedri definitely in the A tier, and A tier is phenomenal, guys. S tier is just going to be like the best 3 or 4 players. Rafinha SBC, I think it's B tier. Very usable, very good. 4-4, nothing too special. Really, strictly, I would say, wide player, right? If you're doing Rafinha SBC, he's good out wide, and that's what you have to use him for. He's got good dribbling, very, very fast, good passing, decent shooting. 370K for the SBC, though. It was a bit expensive, so I don't think it's an A-tier player. But, you know, again, one of those similar situations to Fekir, where there's potential. And obviously, our tiers are, like, in order here, guys, for the most part. So, you know, Fekir is really at the bottom of B tier. Same with Molina. So I would say Rafinha is probably on another level than Molina and Fekir for sure. All right, Valverde. Oh, Valverde. Where do we put Valverde, guys? This is a tough one. I think Valverde is going to go in the top of A tier. And this is like super controversial because I love Valverde. I love him in FIFA. I think he's always amazing. I just thought Llorente was better. I used both of them today in the same team, and I thought Llorente was just an overall better player. I thought Llorente was just in more spots, better at tackling. It was slight, though. It wasn't by much, and I would definitely prefer Valverde over Pedri to use, but this is where it gets really tricky because you want to limit the S-tier players as much as you can. I think it was the Bundesliga, I struggled really hard to limit S-tier players because I thought so many of the players are really good. So you could argue that Valverde is in the bottom of the S-tier. It's probably a bit unfair to him, but then people are going to be like, well, Pedri's 5'5". I just think Llorente is personally on another level. All right, Eder Militao, this is a no-brainer, guys. He is probably, up to this point, the best team of the season that we've talked about. 91 pace, 97 defending, 93 physical. The ability to dribble on the ball, amazing tackling animations. If you ever played against Eder Militao this FIFA, he is amazing. He does a really good job, puts in a shift, and faster than his team of the year. His team of the year was so annoying to play. Koundé as well, I'd probably put at the bottom of S tier. Some people think Koundé is the best center back in the game. I think he's a little undersized for that. But he does have the stats to back it up. I mean, 94 defending is crazy. 92 pace is really crazy. Good dribbling. A little bit less physical than Militao. That's why I'd prefer Militao personally. And Militao's got a little bit more of that automatic defender feel. But still, Koundé's got to be in that S tier. He is that guy. Super, super good. Koundé would be perfect to play with like a VVD team of the year, one of those types of players where you got a bully at center back, a Ramos, and then play him with Koundé. All right. Ter Stegen, I'm going to be honest, I'm putting him in B tier. I think he's decent. He didn't really save a shot for me this weekend, but seems to be decent against me. I feel like that's kind of how goalkeepers work in FIFA in general. You use them, they suck, And then, you know, you play against them, they're crazy. I have this experience with Allison almost every day. So I don't really understand it. I don't know. What does it mean? I will never know. All right, so yeah. All right, Benzema, guys. Benzema. I think Benzema is probably closer to the top of S tier. And the reason I say that is that this version has 5-star skills. And Benzema this year has just had the jam, man. 93 pace for Benzema is crazy. The dribbling is crazy. The physical is crazy. I mean, you give him, you know, some of the best animations in the game. 97 rated. 5-star skills. And, you know, physicals like that. You can run through people. He's not going to miss with the 96 shooting. So Benzema, obviously, very, very expensive. But probably all in all worth the price. Modric for me, guys. Oh, it's really like, it's such an interesting one with these midfielders, man, because like there's a part of it that feels weird having Llorente as the only one in S tier, and I know it's probably controversial. And I think Modric, Valverde, and Pedri are all insane. Like, if you rank these players against many of the other players from other promos, they're actually probably S tier in comparison. Modric with a 5-star weak foot, obviously, the 99 dribbling, and the 99 passing. So, you know, in terms of his ability on the ball with the 5-star weak foot, he's going to be able to ping passes out of anywhere. Dribbling is perfect. It's the same thing for me with Pedri. Is like, he's just a bit undersized in the midfield, and I feel like now that's starting to be really important. Having those taller physical players in the midfield is really important. That's why I do really like Llorente. And Llorente also, not to mention, Llorente can play right back. So he's also S tier in that position as well. We need to look if Valverde also can play there. And Vinny, obviously, guys, Vinny is insane. He's 5'5". He's got a crazy card. I still think Eder Militao, in terms of like pure meta, might be the best player in this promo. Because I think Vinny has some interesting animations where he gets tough to use at striker in the middle. He's really good out wide. Some of his reactions are a little bit delayed. So, I mean, you know, is Modric better than Valverde? Probably not. Probably not. But Modric has the ability to be S tier if you use him in a certain way with the passes, because I think his passing is literally perfect and his dribbling is literally perfect, and he's got 5-star weak foot. So, you know, you could argue that. What I want to do real quick before we end this tier list, I want to see with Valverde, does he have the right back? I don't even know. I tried him today, but does he have right back? He's got right mid and right wing, and then Llorente's got the right back. So, I mean, if you really wanted to be, like, super objective with this tier list, and you wanted to pick a top 5, it's so tough to say. I mean, maybe I'm too high on Llorente, but yeah, this is probably what I would say is the top 6. But, you know, you could easily argue... Like, you could easily argue this. I think Lewandowski is a tier below all of those players, but you could definitely argue this. You could. Because, you know, Pedri 5'5", you really could. And I think this is pretty fair. There's a couple of players that had, like, really a large potential. Like, if Rafinha ever got the 5-star and was on the market, or even SBC, he'd probably be an A or S. It only took that for him to be that much crazier. Same thing with Fekir. It's that important at this time of the year to have that. So if we wanted to go with a final tier list, we could do this. I'm cool with this. This is a lot of players in S tier. That's why I don't love it. But I know that if I do this, people might be a little bit upset. But it's just my experience. You know, this is my opinion of this tier list and kind of like what I experienced and who I think is at the top and who's at the bottom. Maybe Marino's a little bit too much to have in this category. So maybe we knock him down there. But I tell you this, guys, Marino was incredible. So, you know, final tier list, something like that. Let me know what you guys think about it. And thanks for watching the video. I love you guys, man. See you guys later. Peace.